I know. Another bike reveal video? Blockhead, you bought another Harley? What the hell is wrong with you? I told you guys a while back that I was a bikeaholic, right? I've done many reveal videos, you guys know. Coming up with new ways to reveal bikes to you guys is getting pretty difficult, so I'm just going to stick to the beautiful cinematic shots, and then I'm going to tell you guys a bit about why I bought this Harley, why I bought another Harley-Davidson. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and squirrels, I have purchased another 2017 Harley-Davidson Dyna Low Rider S. So, Blockhead, what do you have to do with two Low Rider S's? Because, you know, I've got the 2020 Harley-Davidson Softail Low Rider S. Run, squirrel, run! And then I also picked this one up. As most of you know, or if you don't know, I used to own this bike. Not this exact one, but same model year, same bike. So 2017 Dyna Low Rider S, before they switched to incorporating it into the Softail. Love it. Oh man, there's something about a Dyna. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Alright, so why did I buy this bike? I bought this bike for you guys. It's going to be season 4 of the Blockhead bike build. So basically the 4th season of me giving away a motorcycle. I'm sure you guys have seen through Patreon, I basically am able to take those pledges and put it towards something awesome to give back to the community. And this is one of those things. So first season I built out, customized the hell out of, and gave away a Honda Grom. Second season, customized, built out, gave away a Harley-Davidson Iron 883. And so for the 3rd season, which we're currently actually still in the 3rd season ends at the end of January, and then season 4 begins at the beginning of February. There's still time to basically get in on the giveaway for season 3 if you guys are interested. Like I said, I'm giving away a Harley-Davidson Sportster 48. We're building it onto a bobber. Did I say that? I think I just kind of glanced over season 3. Yeah, so season 3, currently building out a Harley-Davidson Sportster 48, which has the 1200, and I'm building it into a bobber. And so this will be season 4. Basically, before season 3 ends, I like to give you guys an idea of what's coming for the next season, and this is it. Because of you patrons, because of YouTube, because of just all the collaborations with companies that I work with, guys, we have worked our way to giving away a 2017 Harley-Davidson Dyna Low Rider S. I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps. God damn, I can't thank you guys enough for this. This is going to be a hard one to let go of because I used to own this bike. You guys know I owned this bike for about a little over a year. I traded in for the FXDR. A lot of you guys said it was the biggest mistake ever. I didn't feel that it was a big mistake just because I didn't want to take the Dyna Low Rider S so far away from what it is that it's recognizable as a Dyna Low Rider S. So like basically I was to my maximum with modding it out and stuff. This is a 2-year production model Harley-Davidson. The Dyna Low Rider S was made in 2016 and 2017, and then Harley-Davidson basically killed off the Dyna line. So it was the last of this chassis. And the reason they did that is because they basically merged it into the Softail line, which is why you now have, you know, the 2020 Harley-Davidson Softail Low Rider S's instead of the Dynas. Now there's a huge following for Dyna, absolute ton of things you can do out there, like in terms of modifications, aftermarket accessories, aftermarket parts, whatever. So 2017, last of the Dynas, and 2-year limited production model with the 110 cubic inch Screaming Eagle twin cam. A couple things the guy that owned this before me did do to it. He put this little, you know, Willie G skull emblem on there. He put the Willie G gas cap on there. We've got a swing arm bag, which is awesome. Definitely going to be leaving that. And he put some Screaming Eagle slip-ons, which, you know, make it sound good, but we can do better, guys. We definitely need to wake it up. I mean, it sounds good, but we can make this thing roar like a monster. Ooh, I love this bike. The guy that owned it previously didn't do too much to it. There's a total of 3,193 miles currently on the bike, so it's 2017. That's how many miles per year? About 1,000 miles per year. What are we doing with it? Like I said, I basically got this bike for you guys, for everybody that just decides to go beyond that subscribe button to become a patron. If you guys don't know what Patreon is, here's how it all started. I'll start from the very beginning. Whenever I first started the channel, I made a bunch of how-to videos, you know, so we've got like how to ride videos, we've got how to modify videos, we've got install videos, we've got just all sorts of videos like showing you guys how to do stuff, right? And so I had an absolute ton of people hitting me up saying, yo, if you're ever in Australia, Switzerland, the UK, if you're ever in China, like, hit me up. I'd love to buy you a beer to say thank you for making this video, for helping me out. People basically wanted to show support, and they were like, is there any way that I can donate? Is there any way that I can do this? You know, like buy you dinner? And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't really know of a way. And then I discovered Patreon. Now, Patreon is basically a way for subscribers to go beyond the subscribe button and support creators. And what that does is it opens up an absolute ton more opportunities for us creators to be able to do stuff, to continue to create content, to put out that, you know, entertains or educates or whatever to you guys, right? So I started out initially, I just put up a Patreon, and I was like, hey, if you guys want to, you know, participate in this, awesome. And an absolute ton of people signed up. And so my first month, I was like, holy shit, like that's crazy. Like a lot of people signed up for this thing. Like I feel like I should take this, what I've earned, and give it back to the community. I'm like, okay, well, let's take this extra, you know, that I've made and basically put it back into the community and give something away. And so it started out by giving away a banner that I used at FXR Dyna Day. And so I put that up, and people absolutely loved it. And so I basically took that from that month and I put it into, okay, what's the next thing I can give away to the community that would be useful to the moto community? And I gave away a GoPro. And then the next thing I gave away was 2 sets of Sena 30Ks, so the Bluetooth communicators. And then I gave away the next GoPro. And then it's just thing after thing after thing. And it grew and grew and grew from you guys supporting this, supporting the channel, you know, being this awesome, just incredible Blockhead community. It grew to the point that, okay, let's start giving away motorcycles, and I wanted to start from the bottom. Since I liked Groms, I figured let's build out a Grom and give it away, and so we did. And that was a huge success. Following that up, I was like, okay, cool, like, well, there's a lot of people here because of the Harley-Davidson Iron 883. Let's give away a Harley. And so I went, bought a Harley Iron, built it out to be very similar to the one that I built out originally that started the channel, and I gave that away. Awesome. Next up, I was like, okay, we're building up, we're working our way from the bottom, we're going up, right? So the next thing was the Harley-Davidson Sportster 48. I always really loved the look of the 48. I always really loved the fact that the 48 had the 1200, so, you know, a bit bigger displacement. I just really loved the way they look whenever you build them out into like a bobber, right? So I was like, you know what? Like, I want to build out a 48 bobber, and so that's what we're doing. Before I give any of these bikes away, I always take them, I get them fully serviced, I get brand new fluids and all of it, and then I give them away. So the next step up from a Sportster to me, you know, just we're growing, we're naturally progressing. Next step up to me that made the most sense was a Dyna, right? And so I started looking into Dynas. And with me having previously owned a Harley-Davidson Dyna Low Rider S, obviously I've got some attachments, I've got some sentiment towards this motorcycle. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a bit more of a leap, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna buy a Harley-Davidson Dyna Low Rider S, and I'm gonna give that away. Cruise control built in. Guys, I just want to clap and applaud you all, because you guys are the ones that make this happen. And I cannot thank you all enough and tell you all how much I just absolutely appreciate being given the opportunities that I have. I always mention that. I always say opportunities. Content, I mean, that takes investment. It takes investment of money, it takes investment of time, a lot of time. Like editing these videos, it takes quite a bit of time. You've got the cost of the cameras and the memory cards and the motorcycles and the gas and the computer and the software, and you know, the hours and hours and hours spent learning how to do the editing, you know, and just the growth, and it's a constant grind. So that's how Patreon started, and that's basically how Patreon is continuing and growing, right? So we're on season 4 of the Blockhead bike build. Just to give you guys kind of a brief overview of how it works, it is a episode by episode basis. So you basically, if you sign up, I have it set at the absolute bare minimum of minimums that Patreon will allow me, and that is $1 an episode, and you can max it out and set your maximum at $1 a month, right? So for $1 a month, you can basically join Patreon, be automatically entered to possibly be selected to win this bike whenever I'm done with it, or win whatever it is I'm giving away. So I give away the motorcycles, and then every now and then I'll randomly sprinkle in what I call the block box, and we'll give away a just a little random item, like I was saying earlier, GoPros, Sennas, stuff like that. Be sure to go, if you're interested, and read the rules and stuff like that at patreon.com/blockheadmoto. I'll have all the information down in the description below of this video. It is limited to the contiguous 48 United States only. So basically the 48 contiguous states. So no Alaska, unfortunately, no Hawaii, unfortunately. Now if you guys are overseas or in Alaska and Hawaii and you still want to contribute and be a patron, the block box is worldwide, so I will ship basically any of those items anywhere in the world. But yeah, the way it works for Patreon, it is an episode by episode basis. So if you want to pledge $1 per episode, and I release 8 episodes per month, that's 8 entries, right? So if you want to pledge $2 per episode, I release 8 episodes in the month, that's, do the math, right? Multiplication here, 16 entries. Each pledge counts as a entry, and then by the time I'm done with the build, which is usually about, timeline wise, we do about 6 to 7 months. So I'll make content on the bike all throughout that time, and by the time we're done, we basically take all of those entries, put them all together in a big spreadsheet. Everybody based on those entries is assigned a number range, and then I put that number range into a random number generator. I hit generate, and then whoever's number it lands on, boom, that's who gets the bike. So it's all totally random. If you guys have any questions beyond that, it's a pretty simple equation, right? I set it at the absolute lowest that I could so that everybody can participate. Anybody who wants to be a part of it can be a part of it. So, but yeah, like I said, if you guys do have any questions beyond that, let me know. Post up down in the comments below, post up over on Patreon. Once you basically sign up, you're automatically, you know, a part of all of it. You're automatically qualified for the Blockhead bike build. You're automatically qualified for the block box. In terms of build plans, I'll make that into the next episode. I think what I'm going to do this time around, like, so I've kind of had a vision for like what I want to do with the bikes whenever I get them, but I think this time around I'm going to really take the feedback from the Patreon community, and I'll basically put up a list of parts that I'm considering, and I'll let you guys decide, like, okay, what should we do? You know, what air cleaner should we go with? What exhaust should we go with? I mean, should we change the bars? You know, what are we doing with the mirrors? What are we doing with gauges? Are we doing flush mount caps? Are we doing, you want to chrome it out? Should we get like this done? Yeah, I'm gonna consult the Patreon community quite a bit for a lot of it. So like I said, would love for you guys to be a part of it. If you want to be a part of it, go sign up, patreon.com/blockheadmoto. And it's all you patrons that have made this possible. Guys, once again, thank you all. For all you subscribers who have made this possible, thank you guys. I really appreciate the continued support. And holy shit, we're giving away Harley-Davidson Dyna Low Rider S. Oh man, just puts a huge grin on my face, guys. Cannot believe it. 2020 is gonna be big things. I'm sure this episode's kind of long. I've been rambling. I'm happy. I'm freaking happy, guys. I'm so stoked to be able to give this bike away. Like I said, this is going to be a tough one to give away because I've got some sentimental ties to it. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon so it sends notifications of future uploads and activity. Be part of that. Billy Squad. And until next time, you guys ride safe out there. Stay vigilant. Catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.